In this video, I want to review the reply by Dr. Ambedkar to Mahatma Gandhi when the latter calls Dr. Ambedkar's speech Annihilation of Caste an indictment by Dr. Ambedkar of the Hindus. First and foremost, Dr. Ambedkar prefaces it by saying that many have criticized this speech and he has only chosen to respond to Gandhi's commentary, not because Gandhi states anything weighty or pertinent, but more so because many a Hindu thinks that when the Mahatma speaks, all argument must close and no dog must bark. In fact, that Gandhi makes no good points is even evident when Jat Pat Todak Mandal, the same Mandal which actually cancelled the meeting where Dr. Ambedkar was going to deliver annihilation of speech, refutes Gandhi and tells Gandhi that Gandhi's suggestion to use Shastras to get rid of caste system and untouchability is akin to cleaning mud with mud. So even those caste Hindus who couldn't bear Dr. Ambedkar's speech being delivered from their podium actually reply back to Mahatma and say that his article is actually absurd. But still, Dr. Ambedkar, for the stated reasons that Mahatma needs to be answered, proceeds and gives a reply to the points made by Mahatma Gandhi. I'll take a few, most importantly there are three. The first thing Mahatma Gandhi says is that the Shastras perhaps are not interpreted correctly and that there is illegitimate interpolation of the Shastras. To this, Dr. Ambedkar states that you can't actually go about asking Hindus to interpret Shastras, even if there was something good in there. For one, Hindus can't read Sanskrit. They're illiterate. Hindus, most of them, have never seen a Veda, Smriti, or a Shruti. They don't have them laying around in their homes. So the only thing they know is what has been told to them, and what has been told to them is that their religious duty is to practice caste system to its fullest extent. So there you go. That it's just a wrong interpolation or interpretation of the Vedas or the Smritis doesn't actually make sense in the Hindu society, in the Hindu context. The second thing Mahatma Gandhi urges people or Ambedkar to see is that a religion should be judged by the best among its followers, and to this extent he quotes we should look at the saints, seers and Mahatmas who follow Hindu religion. A very simple question that Dr. Ambedkar asks in return is, why then are there so few of them that are the best, and why are there so many that are the worst following caste system? The second point Dr. Ambedkar makes is using the same examples of the Mahatmas and the saints that Gandhi uses, he proves that some of these saints were actually staunch casteist people. There is one John Dev Rao who, when he was actually kicked out of a Brahmin fraternity, he moves heaven and earth to actually be accepted by this Brahmin fraternity. So these best don't actually make sense. Furthermore, these saints have not actually fought against caste system. Some of them just mentioned that they could interact with the untouchables and get polluted, but said pollution can be washed away by dipping in Ganges. So they're actually not saying that, not addressing the actual issue of untouchability or caste system. They're just saying that there is a way to purify. Also, these Mahatmas or saints or seers have never dealt with relationship of man to man. Their concern has always been relationship of man to God. None of them has ever said that all men are created equal or all men are equal. What they have been saying is all men are equal under the eyes of God, which many a Hindu is willing to accept, sure, God can accept and see all men as equal, but as far as they are concerned, they are going to practice caste system and treat each of the other castes as unequal. So that's the other point. Finally, Dr. Ambedkar states that Hindus have been taught to honor these Mahatmas, but not to follow. So using the best of a religion as an example of good religious followers doesn't actually hold any value in this case. Finally, Dr. Ambedkar points out to the ineffective interpretation of Varna and caste system, definitions of Varna and caste system that Mahatma Gandhi makes. And I want to really be accurate here, so I'm going to just straight up read it here. Varna and caste are two very different concepts. Varna is based on the principle of each according to his worth, while caste is based on the principle of each according to his birth. The two are as distinct as chalk and cheese. The two are in fact antithesis to each other. If the Mahatma believes, as he does, in everyone following his or her ancestral calling, then most certainly he is advocating the caste system, and that in calling it the Varna system, he is not only guilty of terminological inexactitude, but he is causing confusion, worse, confounded. So basically he is calling out the incorrect interpretation by Gandhi of saying that he is okay with Varna system and all it means is an ancestral calling. Ancestral, as soon as you talk about ancestral calling, it makes it by birth and therefore it's actually caste system. Dr. Ambedkar also points out to the fact that if in fact Gandhi himself believes in such a Varna system where all we are doing is answering the ancestral calling, what exactly does Mahatma's life himself exemplify? Gandhi is a Baniya, a Vaishya. Trade should be his family's calling. However, his ancestors have long left trading and have taken up ministership, which is actually a job to be performed by Brahmins. With regards to Gandhi himself, he did not pick up scales. Instead, he picked up law. And now, as of when Dr. Ambedkar is talking in 1936, Mahatma has now moved on from law and now he's into politics. So there you go. Even if Mahatma did believe in his own Varna system, he himself has not been able to uphold it because Dr. Ambedkar says it's actually against human nature. The reason Dr. Ambedkar quotes why Gandhi is trying to include Varna, caste and create this confusion is because the Mahatma is always supporting caste and Varna because he's afraid that if he opposes them, he will lose his place in politics. Let me reread this. The Mahatma is always supporting caste and Varna because he is afraid that if he opposes them, he will lose his place in politics. Whatever may be the source of this confusion, the Mahatma must be told that he is deceiving himself and also deceiving the people by preaching caste under the name of Varna. So there you go. Basically, all of Annihilation of Caste already talks about the points, and Gandhi kind of brings about some random points as if Dr. Ambedkar has not thought about it. Basically, he put Dr. Ambedkar through additional labor that Dr. Ambedkar didn't have to, but because of his place in Indian politics and the reverence Hindus have for Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Ambedkar was compelled to reply to his articles that he had published.